The Sneetches and Other Stories is a collection of stories made by Dr. Seuss, which was published in 1961. The other stories in the book, The Zacks, Too Many Daves, and What Was I Scared Of, are great stories as well, but that is not the story we'll be analyzing today. I wanted to analyze my personal favorite children's book, The Sneetches, and how it teaches kids about discrimination. We'll also be using the video adaptation from the book to show examples of how it relates to discrimination and present the information. I actually learned this lesson from a Roots of Oppression class I took several years ago, and I will be reteaching this lesson through this video. If you do not know about the Sneetches, or haven't read the book yet, the Sneetches features these tall, bipedal yellow furry creatures in the world of Dr. Seuss. They have a society, but we are presented that there are two types of Sneetches in the society: the Star-Bellied Sneetches and the Plain-Bellied Sneetches. The stars in the Star-Bellied Sneetches are the color blue and are actually quite small. Even the book says, you might think such a small thing wouldn't matter at all. As it really shouldn't, as a Star-Bellied Sneetch is just a Sneetch when you think about it. In the video adaptation, we get to see some forms of discrimination against the Plain-Bellied Sneetches from the Star-Bellied Sneetches. They refuse to look at them and think about how superior they are with their stars on their bellies. Without further ado, let's look at some examples of how the Star-Bellied Sneetches discriminate Plain-Bellied Sneetches.
Now, the Star-Bellied Sneetches had bellies with stars. But the Plain-Bellied Sneetches had none upon theirs. No stars on their bellies. No stars upon theirs. Now, those stars weren't so big. They were really quite small. You would think such a thing wouldn't matter at all. But because they had stars, all the Star-Bellied Sneetches would brag.
We're the best kind of Sneetch on the beaches.
With their snoots in the air, they would sniff and they'd snort. They'd have nothing to do with a plain-belly sort.
Ronald, remember, when you are out walking, you walk past a Sneetch of that type without talking. Keep your snoot in the air and remember to snort. We have no truck whatever with the plain-bellied sort.
When the Star-Bellied children went out to play ball, could a plain belly get in the game? Not at all. You only could play if your bellies had stars, and the plain-bellied children had none upon theirs.
Yeah, your belly's got no star.
Twink, twink, twinkle, twinkle, lovely little star.
Twink, twink, twinkle, twinkle, stupid little star.
If there's one upon your tummy, that's just yummy, you're my chummy. If there isn't, you're a crummy, slummy, gummy, bummy, dummy. That applies likewise to Daddy and your mommy. Twink, twink, twinkle, twinkle, lovely little star.
Twink, twink, twinkle, twinkle, stupid little star.
When the Star-Bellied Sneetches had Frankfurter roasts, or picnics, or parties, or marshmallow toasts, they never invited the Plain-Bellied Sneetches. They left them out cold in the dark of the beaches.
From the heights of Mooba Mooba to the gullies of Gazoo, there is nobody else who has won. We're the favorite few who do. And so a toast, raise your marshmallow stick. A toast, raise your good fellow stick. And toast the glorious gimmick that makes us what we are. Sound off and let the welcome ring in praise of our exclusive fame. A toast, raise your marshmallow stick. A toast, raise your good fellow stick. A toast, you belly star.
They kept them away, never let them come near. That's how they treated them year after year. They got snubbed, they got snooted, their bottoms got booted, while the Star-Bellied Sneetches all taunted and hooted.
They just are not suited. No stars upon theirs.
So now that we've seen how the Star-Bellied Sneetches discriminate Plain-Bellied Sneetches, let's take a quick recap of what they have done. The Star-Bellied Sneetches marginalized and kept on excluding the Plain-Bellied Sneetches, joined them at the beach, playing ball with them, telling their children to ignore the Plain-Bellied Sneetches, and that they even sang a song talking about how great Star-Bellied Sneetches are, superior to the Plain-Bellied Sneetches. All of these are examples of discrimination against the Plain-Bellied Sneetches. What I want to do now is connect these examples of discrimination to real-life historical examples, specifically in America, with African Americans and Caucasians. If we look back in the post-Civil War era and in the early part of the 1900s in American society, where segregation was present, it was seen with Plessy versus Ferguson, saying that the segregated public facilities were separate but equal, which allowed for segregation to occur, with the Caucasians excluding African Americans from public facilities, and even in private facilities as well, they were also segregated from. Similar to the plain-bellied Sneetches being excluded from playing ball, and being at the beaches, there were Negro leagues for African Americans who wanted to play baseball, featuring many famous players such as Joshua Gibson and Satchel Paige. This is because of racism and discrimination in society at the time, where African Americans were excluded from joining minor and Major League Baseball until Jackie Robinson broke that barrier in 1947 with the Brooklyn Dodgers. When Robert Moses, the Long Island State Park Commissioner President, planned to create the public project of Jones Beach on Long Island, it was revealed in a biography about Robert Moses that Robert Moses actually ordered the engineers to build the bridges low over the parkway. This is to attempt to prevent buses from the city to come to Jones Beach. This is because those buses would be presumed to be filled with poor African Americans and Puerto Ricans that Moses hated. This is another real-life historical example that is quite similar to how the Star-Bellied Sneetches wanted to exclude plain-bellied Sneetches from society. Now that we've seen the discrimination part of the Sneetches video, I wanted to show you the rest of the video itself involving Sylvester McMonkey McBean, an entrepreneur who showcases inventions that can give Sneetches stars as well as removing them, and how his invention changed the way how the Sneetches viewed each other.
My friends, I have seen they've been treating you mean. My name is Sylvester McMonkey McBean. I know precisely why you're so unhappy, and that I can fix. I'm the fix-it-up chappie. My prices are low, and I work with great speed, and my work is 100% guaranteed. By my new patent process of polar potoxis of the inner subnuclear noosebomb nogoxis, you'll get a star like the Star-Bellied Sneetch for the mere paltry payment of $3 each.
A star? Here?
Yes, my friend, there. And the first to go through gets the trip at half fare. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
It works!
Yeah! It works! It works!
Them over there, they got stars upon theirs. And we over here, we got stars upon ours. We got 'em all, so we got 'em too. For every little bitty bit as goody good as you. Now we're socially acceptable at Marshmallow Toast. You'll have to send us invitations to your Frankfurter roast. Stars, stars, bless our lucky stars. All the Sneetches on the beaches now got stars upon theirs.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are faced with a most awkward dilemma. We're the true Star-Bellies. We had them first. We're still the best Sneetches, and they're still the worst.
Yeah! But how are we going to prove it? Which is which? I can't tell us apart.
Let me through. Excuse me. Step aside, please. Thank you. You don't know me, my friends, but calm down if you can. I'm here to help the original Star-Belly clan. Those upstarts, it's true, now have stars just like you. But follow me, my friends, and you know what I'll do? I'll make you again the best Sneetches on the beaches. And all it will cost you is, $10 eaches. Star-Belly stars, my dear friends, are no longer in style, and I'll have yours off in a very short while in my wondrous machine which eradicates stars. Then you won't look like Sneetches who have them on theirs.
Eradicates these?
Eradicates these with the greatest of ease, provided you pay your $10, if you please.
Here's 10 for the boy and 10 for me.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. How original!
How distinctive.
How exclusive.
Now we know who is who, and there isn't a doubt. The best kind of Sneetches are Sneetches without the old-fashioned custom of walking about. With stars on your belly is O-U-T, out. Abdominal stars we cannot abide. Abdominal stars are abominable. Abdominal, abominable. Abdominal stars are abominable. O-U-T, out. O-U-T, out. That whole status symbol is O-U-T, out.
Then, of course, those with stars all got frightfully mad. To be wearing a star now was frightfully bad. Then, of course, old Sylvester McMonkey McBean invited them into his star-off machine.
Thank you. Thank you.
Then, of course, from then on, as you probably guessed, things really got into a horrible mess. All the rest of that day, on those wild, screaming beaches, the fix-it-up chappie kept fixing up Sneetches. Off again, on again, in again, out again. Through the machines, they raced round and about again, changing their stars every minute or two. They kept paying money. They kept running through until neither the plane nor the Star-Bellies knew whether this one was that one, or that one was this one, or which one was what one, or what one was who. Then, when every last cent of their money was spent, the fix-it-up chap packed up, and he went. And he laughed as he drove his car up the beach.
They never will learn. No, you can't teach a Sneetch.
But McBean was quite wrong. I am happy to say that the Sneetches got really quite smart on that day. That day they decided that Sneetches are Sneetches, and no kind of Sneetch is the best on the beaches. That day, all the Sneetches forgot about stars, and whether they had one or not upon theirs.
In summary, the plain-belly Sneetches went to Sylvester McMonkey McBean, looking to get the stars put on their bellies for equal treatment, but this didn't actually lead to equal treatment initially, as the original Star-Bellied Sneetches got in a group and decided that something had to be done, as they couldn't recognize the original Star-Bellied Sneetches from the plain-belly Sneetches. So then Sylvester McMonkey McBean actually offered the Star-Bellied Sneetches to remove their Sneetches, to distinguish them from the new Star-Bellied Sneetches that were actually plain-belly Sneetches. They accepted his offer, but then both groups of Sneetches, Star-Bellied and plain-bellied, would keep on switching back and forth to get stars or not get stars from Sylvester McMonkey McBean's invention. and they switched so many times that they couldn't even tell the difference between the original Plain Belly and Star-Bellied Sneetches, which caused the lesson here, which was the Sneetches realized that Sneetches are just Sneetches, with Star-Bellies or not. Also, Sylvester McMonkey McBean might have made a few quick bucks from the Sneetches as well. The main lesson of the story is similar to how the Sneetches learn to love each other despite their differences. People who are of different race, different religion, different gender, or ethnicity, we should still all treat them equally as fellow human beings. This is how the Sneetches taught discrimination. Finally, as a little brief history lesson, Dr. Seuss was heavily opposed to anti-Semitism and wrote The Sneetches in 1953, a decade after World War II. The Sneetches has a lot of political messages, and the stars and the bellies of the Star-Bellied Sneetches actually look quite similar to the Stars of David that the Jews in Nazi Germany were required to wear. Except in this scenario, the Star-Bellied Sneetches are the ones discriminating the plain-bellied Sneetches who do not have stars. This is the history behind the Sneetches and how it was about discrimination. Thank you for watching the video and the first video of this new series, Dr. Seuss in Politics. If you liked this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you would like to see more content. Peace out.